Ernest once said to me that a poor man to God or God to a poor man is compulsory. It's not their choice. Don't choose him. Because of that saying that when their lives are tough, they come to God. For people like us, that's all the time. Jokes aside on this subject, I wanna be serious. Jocelyn Smith. Yeah, I would also have bent down him, Kuku. In the ways of Rebecca, that your hands, these very hands were building yesterday. These very hands were building compassion. Now, because of these very hands, a family is crying, has lost its child. You are incapable of caring for your grandmother with pride, forgetting that she's the second generation and she's invested in this family. I understand. Whenever you must do something for anyone, the first thing you look for is who's looking at you. What are your friends say? I can't go to my friend's enemy to talk to him if he can or she can help me. Therefore, I would rather kill my children. Instead of giving them away for adoption, I would rather know that I, the mother, took my children's lives. So it's not a father thing, a murder suicide. Why is it so compulsory that it's okay for you to chop up your own child and go from Sangoma to Sangoma? That's the rumor that's now flying around. Don't know how much is true. But now it's like a thing. Nobody is shocked. There's this guy who took my first love away from me. That's why I made myself the promise that I will never allow anybody to make me the foundation of their relationship, because dated her for 5 years. Didn't care, didn't faze me. But today, I have teammates sometimes twice a day. We both don't have friends. But here's the funny part. He took my baby. Me being called baby now, his own flesh and blood is calling someone else daddy. That's why they say retribution, you should give it to God. I can promise you that the 350, when it doesn't reflect in your account, it's leaving SASA and it's reflecting elsewhere. The three-letter trust. Yeah. So now over 900,000 cows have been vaccinated and are busy with chickens. And I believe that the one business, it's not a mistake that they keep on not giving it its importance, and that's recycling. Recycling has 4 million people and 400,000 informally, or 400,000 formally and 4 million other one. So when a person is picking up the rubbish on the street, that person in the weekend or in town, you don't point them because of they're dressed as cute as you. And they're doing everything in their power. I understand. So they are not concerned about who's looking at me feed my children this way or that way. Government has seized over 3 million of food at the border. Do you think that they're going to package that food in nameless plastics and give them to you? In the future, we're scrapping maintenance. No, not maintenance from the government. And a parent must spend 3 days and a half, 3 days and a half. A parent that does not is the one we charge for maintenance. If you want to send your child to St. Dominic's, and I say we're sending him to the school at the corner, and I refuse to sign a statement that says I agreed to St. Dominic's, that means you must pay for St. Dominic's. It's a good thing that more and more women are driving, more and more women look like they are taking care of themselves. But what's the good of a society that can't look beyond itself? Imagine Jocelyn was sold for tick. For tick. Not even that they are going to feed her other siblings, as if that would have been a good enough excuse. What happens later? Must pick the child you love more. Sometimes we should look at these myths of bring all the children to the Lord because of who has power between the mother and the father. The child? No. If you really wanted to harm that family, take away the parent and see time work its magic. Not the children. That's not a good enough excuse or even a question of the children. Love yourself enough to let your child go. Love a woman enough to let her go. I'd rather she respects me than love me.